Hi, I'm Maddix, and today I'm going to talk you through the new bite alarms from Nash Tackle. The Nash Siren RS-1 bite alarm is packed full of features and new innovation. It is the Carp world's most advanced bite alarm and features for the first time remote operation. This guide provides easy to follow instructions on how to set up and learn the simple programming operations in order to get the best out of your Siren RS-1. Now, before I show you how to set them up, I'll just quickly run through the features of the alarm with you. On the top, you've got the removable snag ears, which simply unscrew if you don't want to use them, or if you do, just screw them into the tiny little thread holes on the top, like so. Moving further down, you've got the bobbin guard in front of the wheel to prevent your hanger or bobbin getting jammed in the wheel, which if you want, you can take off, or if you do want to use it, just pop it into the two little holes on the front. As you can see, the roller wheel, which has been designed in a prism shape to throw the light and give you really good visual indication. Moving further down again, the power and the mute button. The bobbin attachment here to allow you to screw your threads, hangers, chains straight into the alarm. And then on the bottom, we've used a 3/8 BSF thread to allow easy attachment to your buzz bars, bank sticks. And on there, we've got a moulded locking collar. So if you are using buzz bars, you can ensure you get a rock solid level setup every time. So now that we've run through the features, I'll quickly show you how to set them up. So first step is use a Phillips screwdriver to unscrew the port on the back, and you'll need 2 AAA batteries. We recommend a good quality battery like a Duracell for this. Take the battery cover off, be careful not to lose the O-rings that are on the screws, and then just pop your batteries in and make sure that they're the right way up. Drop the battery cover back on and then screw the cover on nice and tight. So now that you've got the batteries installed, to turn the bite alarm on, simply hold down the power button and you'll get 3 confirming beeps that let you know that the alarm's turned on. Now that the alarms are ready, the same goes for the receiver. And now that you've got the battery cover off, you'll need 2 AA batteries for this. Again, we recommend Duracell to get the best life out the receiver and the alarms. Make sure they're the right way up. And now screw the battery cover back on using your Phillips head again. And the same goes for the receiver. Hold down the power button to turn it on and you get your 3 confirming beeps that let you know it's turned on. So now that you've got the batteries in the receiver, I'll just quickly show you how to put your belt clip on and your little lanyard. Ensure that the plastic clip here is pushed right the way down to the bottom of the belt clip, and then push it on one side, on the other side, and then you'll see this clip here pushes down and locates in the ridge there. So the belt clip is on, and then with the lanyard, thread it through the little hole on the top here. Can be a bit fiddly. If you do find it a little bit fiddly, then a baiting needle is the ideal tool to just help you thread it through the hole. Then push the lanyard through the loop there, double the loop over, and now it's attached, so you can hang it on the roof of your bivvy or on your brolly ribs. Just like that. So the next step is to tune the heads into the receiver, which I'll show you how to do now. Okay, so now that you've got the batteries into your receiver and into your alarms, I'm going to take you through the really easy process of tuning the alarms into the receiver. So turn on both your alarms by holding the power button, and the same goes for the receiver. Turn that on. Now to program the heads in, it's a simple case of holding down the power button and the T button here. Hold them both down at the same time until you get your confirming beep. Now, as you can see along the top here, it's illuminating which head I want to work with. So in this instance, I want to work with head 1, which is this one here. So give a couple of bleeps on the alarm. And that's that one done. And now to scroll through the heads, simply hold the power button and it will move you to the next light. So to move in head 2, give it a couple of bleeps. And then once I'm done programming in my heads, hold down power and T again until you get the decreasing tone, and now you'll see both the heads are tuned into the receiver. So now that you've got the alarms tuned into the receiver, I'll take you through how to adjust the features using your receiver. So say for instance you want to adjust the tone, hold down T until you get your confirming light there and the light on the head up there. Now this light indicates which head you're working with, so to scroll through simply click the power button. In this case we'll work with head number 1. So now that I've set it on 1 there, hold down power and I'll get a couple of confirming beeps. So now the receiver knows that I'm working with this head. So to adjust your tone, simply click the power button. So on this case we'll have it on a nice low tone. Once I'm done with that, hold down the T button and you'll get your 2 confirming tones that let you know that now it's running a nice low tone on head 1. So now to set the volume, it's exactly the same process. So simply hold down the V button until you get your confirming light. This time we'll work with head number 2, so scroll through using the power button there and then hold down the power button to confirm and you'll get a couple of beeps. Now that you're into the volume setting, simply click the volume button. We'll set it nice and high. Now that I'm done, simply hold volume again and you've got a nice high volume on the head. So to adjust the sensitivity, same process as before, instead this time hold down the S button until you get your confirming light telling you sensitivity and working with head 1. To confirm that you're working with head 1, hold down the power button and you'll get your 2 confirming beeps that now let you know you're working with this head. It's 5 levels of sensitivity, 5 being the highest, which is indicated by the 5 bleeps, and then keep clicking the power button just to scroll through. Level 3, 2, we'll set it on 1, the lowest sensitivity, hold down the S, get your decreasing beeps, and now that you know that head 1 is set on the lowest sensitivity. Okay, so now we've run through the key functions, sensitivity, volume and tone. I'll take you through some of the other features that you might want to adjust on your head, starting with the wheel brightness. So to adjust the wheel brightness, hold down S and V on your receiver and you'll get your 2 confirming lights and your light at the top to confirm which head you want to work with. So scroll through by clicking power, we'll work with head 2 this time. Hold down the power button to confirm that. You get your 2 beeps to let you know you're working with that head. Now, if I hold down the power button or click it once, you'll see a real bright flash. Click it again and you get a dim flash, so perfect for stealthy fishing or anything like that. So to set it on the dim setting, simply hold down S and V again till you get your 2 beeps, and that's let me know that now the alarm is set with a nice dim light. Another cool little feature that's on the Siren RS-1 heads is the option of a backlight that you can have on or off. It makes it easier for placing your rod at night and stuff like that. So to adjust that, it's a simple case of hold down V and T on the alarm until you get your 2 lights come on, and we'll work with head number 2 again. So hold down power to confirm that. Get your 2 bleeps and I now know that I'm working with this head. So at the moment the night light's off, you'll get a small flash and a very dim light is on underneath the prism wheel there, and then if you want it off again, click the power button and that's it, it's turned off. So we'll set it on this time. To confirm that, hold down volume and T and that's it, I'm confirmed, and you may be able to see that there's a very dim light under the wheel there, so just a nice little glow in the middle of the night. So another feature that you can adjust via the receiver is the volume of the receiver. There's 5 different settings, so if you want it up nice and loud you can do. And to do that, hold down S and T and then click the power button to scroll through. So in this case we'll have it on a low setting. Now to confirm that, hold down S and T again and you'll get your 2 beeps that let you know that the receiver level is nice and low. So whilst we're talking about the receiver, another function that you can adjust on there if you want is vibration on or off. So simple case of hold down power and S to turn it on or off. An increase in tone means it's turned on and a decrease in tone means it's turned off. So power and S now means that the vibration is on. So if I just give that a little rub on there. You might be able to hear that it's vibrating on the table. If I want the vibration turned off, hold down power and S again, and you get the decrease in tone, which lets you know it's turned off. So the next feature that I'll show you how to use is the anti-theft alarm. So if you do want to turn it on, hold down the power and V buttons and you'll get your increasing tone that lets you know it's turned on. So it's turned on, and if someone does happen to come up and try and take your alarms or rods or whatever, if they mute it, you'll get a 3-second warning. And if they do happen to turn the alarm off, then you'll get a 10-second warning. So as I've just talked through the mute function, I'll just show you how to adjust that on your alarm. So obviously you've got hold it down to turn it off, and then hold it down to power it back up. But if you want to set your bobbins in the day without annoying all the other anglers on the lake, simply click it once and you'll get only the receiver makes the noise, but the alarm itself is actually muted. To turn that off, click it again just once and the sound is back through the alarm. So that's most of the alarms, or the features on the alarms covered. So the only one that I've got to show you now is the last bite recall. As you can see here, light 1 is lit up. But say for instance I've gone down the bank to see a friend, whatever, haven't quite seen which rod it was that bleeped. By the time you get back to your swim, the lights may have gone out, so you're not sure which rod it was that actually let out a bleep. So just to tell that, hold down or just click the power button once and it will tell you which rod bleeped last, so you'll know which rod you've had some action on. So now that we've gone through all the features on the receiver and on the heads, just one last note: the sirens have got fantastic battery life, but just to ensure you get the best out of them, once you finish fishing, hold down all the buttons till you get your decreasing tones. Same for your receiver, just to ensure that you get the very best life out of them that you can. The Siren RS-1 is a result of 2 years development and rigorous testing. Before leaving the factory, all Siren RS-1s undergo stringent quality control. For this reason, it is unlikely you will experience a fault. However, should for whatever reason you believe you have encountered an issue, then we recommend you watch the following troubleshooting solutions before returning your alarm for a replacement. The Siren RS-1 comes with a no quibble 2-year guarantee as standard. It's very important to read the manual or follow the steps that we've just talked about, otherwise you can result in locking up the receiver. Now, it's not a fault of the receiver, it's actually a user error, and the way it can happen is if you don't hold down the button long enough to get your confirming tones. So just remember, always wait for your tones. I'll just demonstrate how it can go wrong if you don't hold it down. So say if I want to program in tone, I've got my light on tone, and I hold my power button, and rather than waiting for the 2 confirmation tones, you can see now it's locked up because I haven't held the button down long enough. Now, if it does happen and your receiver freezes up, simple case, hold down whichever light is illuminated, and then it'll take you back, just like so, and then you can carry on as normal, hold down your tone, and select your head there by holding your power. And the key point is wait for the confirmation tones. If you do experience a loss of power to either the receiver or the head, then the most probable cause is flat batteries. Fortunately, we have installed a low battery warning, so you may not hear this if you've packed your alarms away whilst you're sort of going home from fishing, so just double check by putting a fresh set of batteries in. If not, you'll hear a low battery warning, which will be 3 bleeps, which will be unlike any other bleeps that you'll have heard via the receiver or the head. As I said, 2 things that can reduce your battery life dramatically are if you leave your receiver or your head on whilst you've packed them away in your bag, and the other one is if you leave the nightlight setting on during the daytime. So to get the very best out of your batteries, turn the nightlight off in the day when you don't need it, and make sure all your alarms and heads are turned off when you pack them away after your session. The Siren RS-1 bite alarm system was created and developed by Kevin Nash. I've gone through all the features, shown you how to use them and get the very best out of them. But if you do have any more queries or questions, or would just like to speak to Kevin to learn a little bit more about the alarms, then feel free to give him a call at the office on 01702 233 232, and he'll be more than happy to have a chat with you. Please note, he might not be in the office all the time because he does like to get out and do some fishing for himself.
Nash Siren RS-1. Next generation bite indication.